Absolute morality, a rational proof of the existence of a creator. Introduction. The issue of absolute morality is one of the oldest and most complex topics tackled by philosophers and thinkers throughout history. The central question arises, are there fixed moral principles, or is morality relative and dependent on cultural and social circumstances? This question leads to a deeper inquiry about the origin of these absolute morals and whether they point to the existence of a creator or a supreme cosmic order. First, the concept of absolute morality. Absolute morality refers to moral principles that are right and valid at all times and places, regardless of cultural or social conditions. Principles such as justice, honesty, and compassion are considered non-negotiable and unchangeable based on the whims of individuals or societies. Second, relative morality versus absolute morality. Relative morality depends on cultural context and personal experiences, where what is considered moral can vary from one society to another. In contrast, absolute morality asserts the existence of ethical standards that transcend cultural and historical differences, remaining constant across all times and places. The philosopher Immanuel Kant introduced the concept of the categorical imperative, a moral rule assumed to be valid in all circumstances. Kant believed that there are moral duties imposed upon human reason by mere rational thought, and these duties are not relative but absolute. Third, absolute morality as proof of a creator. If there are absolute moral standards, from where do these standards originate? Can they be the result of biological evolution or cultural traditions, or do they indicate a higher being responsible for setting them? Philosopher C.S. Lewis argued that the existence of an internal moral law in humans is evidence of a creator. In his book, Mere Christianity, he pointed out that this moral law suggests the presence of a cosmic creator, as it cannot simply be a social or biological product. Fourth, criticism of relative morality. Relative morality faces difficulty in explaining deep moral issues, such as condemning crimes against humanity, which cannot be justified merely by pointing to culture or customs. If morality is relative, there is no logical basis for condemning such acts. Philosopher John Locke asserted that moral laws must be based on fixed rational foundations, not subject to cultural change. Fifth, absolute morality and quotations from scholars and thinkers. The physicist Albert Einstein, despite being a scientist in the field of physics, spoke of the moral dimension of humanity and said, "Science without religion is lame. Religion without science is blind." Einstein believed that there is a moral order that transcends human comprehension and organizes the universe. Philosopher Thomas Aquinas also presented the argument for God's existence through natural law, which posits that there are natural moral laws that are part of the cosmic order established by the Creator. These laws are not human inventions, but are discovered through reason and reflection. Sixth, absolute morality and human conscience. The human conscience is considered internal evidence of the existence of absolute morality. When a person feels guilt or peace based on their actions, it reflects the presence of an internal moral standard that surpasses upbringing or external influences. Martin Luther King Jr. emphasized that conscience is the moral compass guiding humans toward truth and justice. Seventh, atheism and the explanation of morality. On the other hand, some materialist philosophers attempt to explain morality through biological evolution. According to this view, moral behaviors are merely a product of survival mechanisms and adaptation to the environment. However, this explanation struggles to account for higher moral values such as sacrifice and compassion, which do not provide any survival advantage. Philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche, known for his criticism of traditional morality, argued that morality is merely a social invention aimed at controlling individuals and rejected the idea of absolute morality that transcends human constraints. Eighth, conclusion. The idea of absolute morality provides a strong rational argument for the existence of a creator or a higher being that transcends the material world. These morals cannot be fully explained by biological evolution or cultural influences, but rather point to the existence of a cosmic moral order established by a supreme creator. Philosophers and scholars like Immanuel Kant, C.S. Lewis, and Thomas Aquinas have presented philosophical and rational arguments supporting the idea that absolute morality indicates the presence of a creator. This argument remains one of the most persuasive issues in philosophical and theological thought. Absolute morality, being constant and unchangeable, adds a spiritual dimension to the human experience, suggesting that there is a higher purpose and deeper meaning to life beyond mere materialistic interpretation. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share it with your friends, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel to get our latest videos.